What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of the Bang Olufsen Beoplay H100 headphones. Yes, I did get these guys in. Waited, and I finally was able to pull the trigger on them. So here they are. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about these. First, let's get into price and specs. Price, these guys currently go at $18.50. They may go down. I found these at a little cheaper price than that, and I went ahead and jumped on them. I couldn't resist it. All right. So you want to take them, if you're interested in these, shop around. Absolutely. All right. As far as colorways go, you can get these for you get sunset apricot, you got infinite black, which is what we have here, and you have hourglass sand. As far as Bluetooth version, these boys rock, as far as specs go, these boys rock Bluetooth 5.3 with codec support of AAC, SBC, and LDAC with a software update. All right. They also have noise canceling, adaptive ANC with true transparency. You know, we will definitely test that out. As far as battery life, you get 32 hours with noise canceling turned on, 30 hours with spatial audio and head tracking, and they didn't give me listing on how long with ANC off, so I'm thinking you're either up there in the 40s or 50-hour time listening range or battery range with noise canceling off. They do have quick charge. 5 minutes would get you an additional 5 hours of playback time. As far as water resistance, they are rated at IP53 dust and water resistant. So you can go take these to the gym. I will not be doing that personally. All right. As far as features, each ear cup has a 40 millimeter electrodynamic titanium driver with a 500 megahertz floating DSP engine. So that should really help with sound. You got 10 total mics, which is 4 digital MEMS voice mics, 4 MEMS feed forward mics, and 2 analog feedback mics for noise canceling and transparency function. You have high-res audio certification, optimized for Dolby Atmos, customizable on-device controls, voice assistant integration. You have Google Fast Pair, MFI for iPhones, quick pairing for iPhones. You have Google Swift Pair as well, multi-point connectivity, up to 3 devices with an update, app support for Android and iOS, and I am really excited to get further into this. I have to admit, I did open it and, peek inside, so I already cracked the seals on them on the back. So let's go ahead and pop this open. I promise I'll show you exactly where I stopped. I kind of stopped right here. Well, of course, you get your card here where you can tap to get into the app or getting paired up. We'll come back to this. I kind of did go through, as you can see, it's not even because I did peek. I just love this presentation. I did peek this is about as far as I got, too excited. All right, so let's go ahead and pull these out. You got that nice leather case. You got the embossed B&O branding on it. We'll sit this to the side right now, see what else we got. We'll put the cloth back. Real luxurious. Real luxurious. All right, of course, inside you've got your cabling. This is your USB-C to USB-C cable for charging. And you have your USB-C to 3.5 millimeter cable for analog listening. Okay. I like the fact that they have their cable management branded with B&O on them, a la the H95s. They have it on both of these. Very nice. And of course, you have your books and information here, quick start guide, and everything. So we're gonna put this back real quick. Now, I did have the H95s in the past. I did wind up selling those. But, yeah, I had to make a decision on them. So I did wind up selling them. So I don't know if these are going to be one of those forever headphones, but we will take a look and see. All right. Again, very nice leather pouch. Is expanded on the bottom end, is wide. It goes up into like a type of a V shape. As you can see, it widens out to protect the the headphones at the bottom here. I rather prefer a hard shell case, but I understand why they did this. And see, we got the zipper where you can hook some things to it. Oh, that's a smooth zipper. Just smooth. All right, let's go ahead and pull these guys out. And here they are. Infinite black. Man, these look good. Let's go ahead and pop these off of the little dock here. Look at that. Very nice. You got your lambskin ear cups that are magnetic and replaceable. Nice soft feel to them. Nice cushion on the headrest, which is also replaceable. I think they have this where you can completely get everything replaced on these. So I like that they did that. Let's see if they lay flat the other way. No, they don't. So that's one of my, that's going to be in the dislike column. I wish I could lay them flat this way, but I have to turn them and lay them flat that way. All right. I do like the tempered glass on it. This is for your touch controls. You can do some touch options there. We'll talk about that later. And let's go ahead and put these on real quick. Let me flip the camera around. We're going to put these on and see how they feel on. Let's go ahead. All right, right off the bat, I got a chime telling me that they're on. Now, they're powered on once they're on my head. I like that. Here's how they look. Completely engulfs my ear. Has good space in there, so not like, it doesn't feel like I'm touching the back wall of the of the headphones, which is a good plus. I mean, you got a nice little, the depth is nice there. It's a decent clamping force. I could yeah, cause I don't have a problem with it, but I could definitely see someone or people having an issue with that because it's kind of snug with it. But maybe after, you know, after using them for a long period of time, that would ease up and everything like that. But it does help with noise isolation when you have these on. Man, they feel real light on the head. I ain't got to worry about them moving with that clamping force. So very, very nice. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these guys paired up, and we'll take a walk through the B&O app. Stay strapped in. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys paired up. We're going to grab my phone here. It says hold your phone here to get ready to experience music in a whole new way. So let's go ahead and we're going to hold my phone here. All right, doesn't look like anything's happening. Let's make sure NFC isn't turned on. Okay. There it is. Let's see. Connect. All right. So now it's okay. So we go to install. No. We're going to install it on more devices. Nope. I'm not going to install it here. All right. So basically, it was just going to take me over to the Google Play Store where I could download the Bang Olufsen app, which I already have on the phone. So we're going to go right here. Let's see if we can. All right. Let's make sure we can get this paired up. Let's see. All right, there we go. Had to do Google Fast Pair. There it is. Okay, so this card is if you don't have the Bang Olufsen app already, then you use this. If you don't, you want to press and hold the power button here or the button here on the right ear cup and put them in pairing mode. All right, so now we are done. Now let's go ahead and jump into the Bang Olufsen app. There it is. Okay, let's open this up. All right, so we'll go ahead with to that. We're going to connect. We're doing all this live. All right, we will pick our color, which is the infinite black. Sure, Ron's H100. Absolutely. All right, you got the tutorials and everything like that to show you how to do things. We'll go through that. Setup is complete. And here we are. All right, so get it connected here. Let's see if I have to put these on for the trigger. Let me see. Okay. All right, so you have to have them on in order for it to turn on. So I guess after a certain amount of time, they do shut off. So we wanted to do this with them on. All right, so excuse me. As you can see here, you got a picture, the battery level at the top, picture of the headphones, telling you there is a Bluetooth connection. Let me zoom in a little bit further since I have the headphones on. There's, there we go. Sorry about that. All right, so, and then of course you got your noise canceling. Right now, way on the other side for transparency. You can slide it. It says exactly how much noise canceling you want. All right, let's go back over to the ambient sound mode. You've got your equalizer here. We don't put it on my sound, but let's go ahead back in. You've got neutral. You have your, this is my sound, but you have neutral, commute, clear, workout, podcast, optimal, and then of course you can create one. All right. And then of course you got your spatial audio where you could turn it on, have it off, and virtualize. You can have it immersive for Dolby Atmos content, and you can turn on head tracking. All right. So then, of course, you have your touch controls here. You got your left ear, your left cup. If you touch the disc, single tap, play, pause. You can forward swipe to go to the next. You can set them all up. And then, of course, you got the dial. On the outside, you can rotate it. You could do world volume, or you can change media volume. World volume means everybody else, you know, your ambient sound. Media volume, of course, speaks for itself. Then, of course, you can definitely control the touch button on the left. Single press, you can turn on and off noise canceling and transparency. A double press will go through your voice assistant, like Siri, and you know. And then, of course, you have, if you got a phone call, single press. You can do like your transparency and everything like that. Okay. Then, of course, you have other options. Well, you don't have these options here when powered off. You got for calls, you know, you can answer and end calls and stuff like that. But then, of course, you got it for the right earbud. You got the button as well. Then, of course, you got the dial you can change. And then, of course, you got the touch person. You can also do that. We're going to walk through all these. All these are absolutely, you can basically change them from either that or nothing at all. You can do some slight adjusting to the left and right ear touch pads. I like that, but I wish there was more, but I like that they gave you. All right, so of course you got automatic shut on off. So you can customize that. You got automatic on off, you know, power off after. I'm going to turn this into, we'll go up to 10 minutes. All right, so we're going to have it automatically power off after 10 minutes. All right. And, of course, when you put them on, if they turn off, you put them on, they automatically turn back on. I like that. And I like the chime that you get as well. So that's always cool. I see it. They have an update ready for me, but we're going to go ahead and dive into settings real quick before we do that. All right, so then you got, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. get that update, because I see there's some things that says coming later, so the update is needed. So we'll go ahead and get this update done. As you can see, some of the stuff I've seen is on there. So we're going to go ahead and install this now, and then we're going to finish our walkthrough. All right, we got the update running in the background. I wanted to show you. All right, so it's downloading and running now. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with the settings. All right, of course, these two options we'll review once the update is complete. It's the voice prompts and the Bluetooth devices. Basically, you'll be able to change your voice prompts. And then, of course, you can see your Bluetooth devices that you're connected to via Multipoint connection. Then you have your call settings here, where you can go with a spatial audio on when spatial calls. I have that turned off. When a phone call, and I'll have it automatically switch me to transparency if I'm using them with a phone call during a phone call. Your high-res audio, you can enable it. It says when you enable it, your headphones will operate at 96 kilohertz, unlocking high-res audio support when connected via USB-C to a high-res source. All right, so it only works with USB Type-C connection. And it says there is no audible benefit to enabling high-res for Bluetooth or line in. Since high-res mode increases power consumption and reduces battery life, we recommend keeping it off unless you're using a USB-C to USB-C connection for a high resolution playback. So basically, just use your USB-C to USB-C cable if you don't use high-res audio, if you're going to turn that on. All right. And of course, you got the name of the headphones there. I thought I changed that, but we'll go back to that. You can pick your color, troubleshoot. You got product guide and about at the bottom. And at the very bottom, you got remove product. If you want to remove, say for instance, you lose something happens to them, you sell them, you can remove them from the app. All right. And let me see, we got our play options here at the bottom. So you got that there right now. So you got play, pause. And let me see, do I have to close this? Let me see. Does it only work here? Let's see if it only works. Yeah, it only works in candy bar mode. So in tablet mode, you don't see the skip and reverse tracks, but you do have that. Or you don't even see the volume slider. So you got play. And you would normally, if there was a artwork for your song, it will show up here as well. So again, the app, another thing about this app, it only works in apparently only works in candy bar mode. There's a problem with it in tablet mode, as much as I would like that. All right, moving down below, you've got your option here where you could switch between devices if you had other devices connected to it. Here you got your music options here where you can go in and use your streaming service like Deezer. All right, you can also go in there. You can pick Tidal. Already mentioned Deezer. You got Spotify. You got home media and everything. Right now, I'm using this Deezer streaming device or streaming service. So it's going to rock. I can use that, go through the app. And then, of course, you have your radio where you can, listen to all your local radio stations or even international radio stations via the app. I absolutely like this feature. I catch myself using it from time to time with my earbuds. All right, so that's basically it for the app. For the Bang Olufsen app for the Beoplay H100 headphones. Let's continue. All right, real quick, I know something I've failed to mention, a couple things actually, so I want to make sure I cover them quick here. First off, the auto off and on. So if you turn it, right now it's set to on, but if you turn it off, you got your options where you can do automatic play pause and turn off after 30 minutes. You can you turn that off and on. You cannot adjust it or anything like that as far as the time. But you have the auto play pause. And you can also turn that off if you want to as well. But I think I'm going to go this route and just have it auto play pause, turn off after 30 minutes. I think we're solid there. I just wanted to show you that, guys and girls. I know I messed that up. And also, let's go into into controls. And further down, if we go into your touch discs, if you go further down, You got options for incoming phone calls, you know, single tap to answer, swipe forward to reject calls. You can also, you can do just change it to nothing. You really can't switch it to anything else. They don't have an option. I think just a single tap will hang up the call as well. Yeah, so you can't really, let me see. And you got you got calls. Let's see, nothing. Okay, here we go. You can do hang up from there. All right, so single tap can hang up, answer calls, and hang up calls. So we got that all set. And of course, the swipes you can set up however you like. We can just set up to reject call. We can set that up however you want and everything like that. But I wanted to make sure that you can hang up or reject calls and stuff. So, and of course, you got the cover, and you can set that to listen or do nothing. Again, very limited in what you can do as far as programming. But I wanted to make sure I went through the call functions. You can do it for both the left and right touch surface if you want. I'm going to set mine up to do that, but I definitely wanted to show you those two features that I overlooked in our app walkthrough. Let's continue. Okay, another feature I want to walk you through is the dial features on the outside of the ear cups, the dials here. Okay, so you have to put them on in order for it to function. Let me see if I can try and do it. Yeah, it won't work unless you have the headphones on. So, the right one will adjust your volume. As you can see, it's turning my volume up and down. I'm twisting on the right. I'm turning the right one. All right, and your left one will adjust your noise canceling. All right, as you can see, I am turn. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but I am turning the left towards the back, which is taking me to noise canceling, and I turn forward, and it takes me all the way to full transparency mode. You do get a chime when you reach the end, so in case you don't have your phone in your hand, it will let you know whether you reach the end of one side or the other on that. As far as the noise canceling goes, I think that does the same thing for volume. Yes, you do get a little audible notification that you're at either the max or minimum. All right, just wanted to show that real quick. I love how smooth that is as well. Turning that dial, very smooth. All right, let's continue. Okay, right now what we're going to do is we're going to test the wear detection on these headphones. We're going to see how fast it takes for me to take it off and how fast it takes to pause. Now, we already went into the settings and switched it, the automatic on off, switched it so we can use the play pause option the wear detection option. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and hit play. All right, so now we got that. So we're going to go ahead and take them off. And just that quick, it paused my audio. So let's go ahead and put it back on. And now they're playing again. All right, so the audio, the wear detection rather, works flawlessly, very quick, and very, very responsive when you take them off. I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna see if I just pull the one cup off. Let me see what happens. It paused. And actually, it faded the music. So let's go ahead and put it back on. All right, then the music just restarted. But if I take it one way, the music just fades until it's quiet, and then it pauses. I like that. Very nice. Let's continue. Turn them off. Okay, so, all right. Huh. All right, trying to get these guys back into pairing mode is a lot trickier than I thought. I think I know what I did wrong. All right. Keep holding the button. There we go. All right, that was my mistake. All right, so we got it connected. Well, they see them. All right, we are connected here to the tablet. All right, we got the volume slider here on the right. And so what we want to do now is I'm just want to show you guys that they are connected. There we go. Let's go into details, get a better view. All right, there they are. The H100s. So what we'll do now is we're going to slide back over to the Z Fold 6 and we're going to turn Bluetooth back on. And and there it is. It's connected to both devices. Let me get that turned right there. All right, we got them connected to both devices. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and test the multi-point connectivity on these. Oops, hit the mic. Sorry about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get into a video. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to go into the content. View all, content, view all. Let's see where we want to go. All right, sure. We'll go down here to one of these guys here. All right, let's go ahead and hit. All right, we're gonna blow that up. All right, so now we got both devices with audio or with video up, so we're gonna hit play. On the tablet, audio's coming through, no problem. Let's pause that. Let's go to the Z Fold 6. Audio playing, no problem here as well. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go and hit play on the tablet. We're gonna see if it will automatically switch the sound from my first device to my second device. Here we go. Yes, it does effortlessly, very quick. I like it. I absolutely love it. Not only like it, I love it. So let's go ahead and try it. Go back. Wonderful. Auto switching, fantastic. Multipoint has the belt, has both of them as they should at this price point. Let's continue. Okay, right now what we're going to do is we're going to test the wear detection on these headphones. We're going to see how fast it takes for me to take it off and how fast it takes to pause. Now, we already went into the settings and switched it, the automatic on off, switched it so we can use the play pause option the wear detection option. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and hit play. All right, so now we got that. So we're going to go ahead and take them off. And just that quick, it paused my audio. So let's go ahead and put it back on. And now they're playing again. All right, so the audio, the wear detection rather, works flawlessly, very quick, and very, very responsive when you take them off. I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna see if I just pull the one cup off. Let me see what happens. It paused. It faded the music. So let's go ahead and put it back on. All right, then the music just restarted. But if I take it one way, the music just fades until it's quiet and then it pauses. I like that. Very nice. Let's continue. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to test the touch controls. Now, I already went ahead and pre-programmed my touch controls to how I want them. Pretty much almost like standard or the stock version, but I changed a couple things on them. All right, so what we're going to do now is go ahead and get played. We got our music set up. All right, we're playing now. So if I press once on either ear cup, it's going to pause. If I tap once, all right, it's going to pause. I get a little clicking sound when you do that, when you tap on the surface there, so it lets you know that you actually actuated or turned on the function, just to let you know that you are hitting the right spot there. Pause on the headphones. So I did it again on the left. Quick response too. Responds very, very fast. All right. So now if I go ahead and press swipe forward, takes me to the next song. And then if I swipe back, took me back to the beginning. Well, sorry, I paused it. That was my mistake. All right, now if I swipe backwards, took me back to the beginning. And then I'm back to this previous song. And you got to, again, you're always getting like an audible sound when you're doing these functions. All right. Now I have the button controls programmed. So if I press the one on the right, it takes me into noise canceling. And I'll press it again, returns me back to transparency. Now if I do the left, press the button on the left, it gives me my spatial audio settings. So again, very responsive, very good. I actually am very impressed with them. Let's continue. This is a mic test with the Bang Olufsen Beoplay H100 headphones in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Bang Olufsen Beoplay H100 headphones in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Bang Olufsen Beoplay H100 headphones in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Bang Olufsen Beoplay H100 headphones in a crowded location. All right, we are outside for an ANC test with the Bang Olufsen Beoplay H100 headphones. And as you can see right now, we have the settings set to transparency mode or ambient mode, if you will. We got some traffic going back and forth. And I'm telling you right now, the transparency mode is doing a fantastic job. It just feels so natural, nice and clear. I can hear the rubber. Nothing sounds processed at all. They're doing a fantastic job as far as producing or allowing the transparency, the ambient sounds come through the headphones, doing just a wonderful job. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and turn noise canceling on. I'm gonna use the app and slide it all the way over to noise canceling now. And I have to admit, that last car that rolled past, it got really quiet. All right, now I had birds chirping and everything. I cannot hear them now. All right, I barely heard that car. That's why I turned my head. It really slight. Can hear it. I mean, they're doing a great job. And if you're comparing these to the H95s, this is definitely an upgrade and improvement when it comes to noise canceling. Like, okay, that car, I barely heard that one as well. So they're doing a really good job. Is it blocking out all the noise? No. But it's definitely getting, I would say 80, 85%, maybe close to 90% of the sound. I would say about 80%. I'll be happy with that. So it's doing a really good job. One thing, I am not listening to any audio at this moment. I'm strictly going on the strength of the noise canceling of these headphones. I just wanted to make sure that's noted. Man, they're doing a really good job. Again, I had some birds chirping. I don't know if the mic is picking it up right now, but I did have some birds chirping, and now I cannot hear them. All right, so if I had to rate the noise canceling of these headphones from 1 being absolute trash to 10 being the best, I think I'll give these an 8. I think I'll be happy with an 8 on these. The noise canceling on these is fantastic. Not the best ever, but I will give these an 8. If I had to rate them, like if I had to put them between headphones, I would put them definitely below the XM6, the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras. I'll put them below them in that area. I think, right below them. So I think maybe like somewhere around the area, I would say Focal Batiste. I think they're a little bit better than the Focal Batiste when it comes to noise canceling, but definitely below the new Sony's, The XM5s too, I'll put them below them as well. Yeah, just right at the nipping at the heels of the XM5s, I will put them there. All right, so this has been ANC Test for the Bang Olufsen H100 headphones. A great improvement. All right, what we're gonna do now is the sound test. So we'll go ahead. Right now we are in, I guess, transparency mode. That way I'm not yelling at this point. So let's go ahead and take a look at my setting here. Let me see if we can go in. Oops, went the wrong way. All right, let's go into that app. Will they let us? No, it won't. Huh. Let me go into settings, see if it allows me to edit. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go. All right, so here's my setting there. Just wanted to show you guys. Thing works different compared to the earbuds, but here we go. All right, so that's where I'm at. That's where I like it at, towards the heavy bass or high bass and kind of on the energetic side of things. So let's go ahead and back out of here. So we're on my settings there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start off at my usual list, my preferred listening level. All right, we're gonna open this up though, and we are going to get our music together here. Let's go into the app. All right, we're gonna start off. Let's pause that. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and flip the camera so that way you guys can see me with the headphones on, rocking them. Very comfortable. I'm getting used to the clamping force on them, so it doesn't, I'm getting used to it. Maybe they're starting to stretch out a little bit, but very comfortable. All right, so let's go ahead and get our cutaway. Here we go. Here we go. Song number 1 with the H100s. Let's do it. Already, like the volume. Actually, you know what? Let me turn on noise canceling. All right, noise canceling is turned up all the way maxed. I got the audible sound. Still like the volume. Excuse me. Vocalist sounding nice and clear. Again, the breathing, getting the nuance out of these. Nice soundstage too. Background vocalists sound very clear too. Okay, they're harmonizing now. Sounding very nice. Let me fix my camera here. A little off there. There we go. Again, I loved it. It sounded fantastic, very clear. Just the nuance on it. Again, we're in immersion. We're using the immersion setting inside the app. Just sounds so good. All right, the Dolby Atmos option there. Let's go ahead and get into our second song, our bass song here. All right, let me find it. There it is. Let's get it. Ooh. Okay. Nice bass. Very clean, no distortion. That reverb, the reverb fades away wonderfully. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and turn this up. We're going to use the dial. All right, we're at about 80%. Ooh. Okay. Very clean. Oh, that bass is solid. Oh, it's punching. Oh. All right, let's back it down. Oh, my goodness. All right, we're back at my preferred listening level. But, man, that bass is impressive. Again, higher volume levels, no distortion. Very, very clean sounding. Oh, sounds so good. Just fantastic sound. Oh my goodness. That was the best. Not the best, but that was really, really good. Oh my goodness. I had I had my worries about these headphones. I had my worries. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get into one more song real quick. You know where we're going? I didn't have my worries about these. Man. Okay. All right. Here we go. Avrats. Right off the bat, the keyboard sounds very, very sharp. Got that little bass nugget right there at the beginning. Again, got the echoing going out. Again, nice wide sound, nice sound stage too so far. All right, here we go with the rattling instrument right ear. Again, definitely showing off those sound stage. Moving around, very, very crisp sounding. Ooh, the bass. And we got the clanging sound. Again, doing the same thing on the left as the rattling sound on the right, but that bass is deep and it gets low. Oh, man. All right, I want to turn this up a little bit. Ooh, that bass is nice. All right, let me back it down. I love how responsive the dials are. Very responsive. Oh, so nice. Man, that sound. And then got the wave sound coming in. Wonderful. Sounds so clean. Oh, this is. I am very impressed with these. Oh, all right. I went over a little bit. Man, I am. I had my. I had my reservations based on the H95s. I had my I'll save that for later, but man, these guys sound good. They sound good. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about my likes and dislikes of the Bang Olufsen Beoplay H100 headphones. Stay strapped in. All right, let's go ahead and talk about my likes and dislikes of the Bang Olufsen Beoplay H95 headphones. Let's get a little closer look at these guys. There we go. All right, first off, let's talk about my dislikes. And the one glaring dislike I'd have for these guys is you can't lay them flat this way. See, they sit up like this. I wish that option was available on these, because mainly when I want to pick them up and listen to them, this is the right and this is the left. All right, so when I go to put them on my head, I just want to be able to do this. From the flat standpoint. I don't want to have to sit there and have to think about it. I just want to be able to do it. All right. So let me go. See, now again, I got to lay it. See, it's crazy. All right. So that's my one dislike. The other one is the fact that you really cannot change the touch controls on these guys. Either going to do one, maybe two options, and then it's going to do nothing. So you don't have that full range of options there when it comes to using these guys. They still do not have LDAC available, at least to my knowledge. Let me pull my phone out, and I don't think. Let me go in here, and because I didn't think LDAC was available. No, LDAC's still not available, even though they said with an update. We are in May, almost halfway, almost June. And it'll be June in a couple days, so we're like halfway through the year, and we still don't have that LDAC update. So that's three options that are all my dislikes here. I really wanted to test these guys with LDAC included, because I know that would be something based on the sound that they have right now. It'd be fantastic. I know with LDAC on it, it would just get even better. All right, so let's go ahead and now talk about my likes. First off, I like the build quality on these. Very sturdy sounding, no creaking. All this what is it, aluminum metal. It just feels so premium. I love the tempered glass on the touch surfaces with the Bang Olufsen logos on them. I absolutely love the dials. Are very smooth when needing to turn up the volume, turn down the volume, turn up and down the noise canceling. Very nice. I like the fact that they included button control along with the touch controls that you can program. Definitely absolutely like that. And of course, going to the other side, we flip it around. The lambskin air cups, very nice. The fact that they maintain the option where you can replace them. Just nice, really nice, soft. The headband is not bad. Good padding on there, and of course, you can replace that as well. Very, very nice. I love the fact that you can do that. I think the whole thing is replace. You can have the whole headset or whole headphone service if you needed to. I like that idea. I like the fact that they did that. The noise canceling, the biggest surprise to me with these, the noise canceling is up there. I would put it just under the XM5s, like I mentioned before. So it's up there in the higher tiers when it comes to noise canceling, because these guys do a wonderful job at it. You seen the noise can. If you made it this far into the video, you've seen the noise canceling, the ANC test. Very, very nice. Well done on that. Much improved from the H95s, in my opinion. Let me see. The noise canceling, the mics sound really good, in my opinion. So let me see. Anything else? So before I get to the big one, another one that's a dislike of mine, I'm gonna put this in a dislike, is the fact that they don't give you a graphic equalizer, an actual graphic equalizer. I'm still going to harp about that when it comes to Bang Olufsen's app. Instead of that circular option there, I mean, you use it to the best of your ability. I know I do, but nothing beats an actual graphic equalizer where you can really fine tune these headphones. I really wish that they would do an update on the app and provide that for all their devices. I think that would help out across the board, in my opinion, when it comes to headphones and earbuds alike. Stemming off of that, there's a like that I had, which is the sound. First of all, the volume. They said much improved from the H95s. I thought the H95s were kind of low sounding as far as volume goes. But you had to turn them up to get what you wanted out of them. But these guys, even at my preferred listing level, they're good. I just maybe give them an extra tick or two, and they're solid, absolutely solid, and allows the actual sound to come through. The clarity on the vocalists was great. The crispness of the piano, the keyboard, and being able to that transition in the when you going into the synthesizer with the last song, the crispness of it, you got that transition from to the little nugget there, that little bass nugget there, and then it came back. It was very crisp, on point, and it just sounded really good. Then you got the deep bass, both in the E40 song. Man, it punched. And then when you turned it up, it just sounded better. No distortion. And the reverb, the fadeaway was fantastic. Faded away nicely. Very, very nice. And then, of course, the vocalists were clean and clear as well. And then that last song again, like I was saying, with the keyboard and a little bass nugget at the beginning. Then you got the rattling instrument in the right ear, real crisp, real sharp sounding. Then the bass was just powerful, deep, and you had the clanging instrument. Again, both instruments in the left and right ear, showing off the width of the sound stage. It was just right on point. And of course, when you add in the wave sounds and all the other instruments that came in, you had great spacing in there. They just sound fantastic. I'm very, very pleased with the sound of these headphones, especially considering I had the H95s for quite some time before I sold them. And that was one of my things with my gripes about them, is that the volume was too low. I had to turn it up a little more than I would like to in order to get the sound that I wanted, or the volume, get the sound that I wanted out of them. But now I don't have to worry about that with these. They're fantastic. All right, so they're well done by Bang & Olufsen on these, and I think I covered all my likes and dislikes of them. Another dislike is we didn't get that update for LDAC and the other features in the app. We're still waiting on that. Let's go. All right. I think that's everything. Let's wrap this up. So this has been an unboxing and review of the Bang & Olufsen Beoplay H100 headphones. Absolutely premium build, premium materials. Very comfortable to wear long term. I love the features, the dials, very smooth. Everything it was done well. I love the replaceable ear cups, headband. The fact that you can definitely have these and then not have another pair of headphones because of the fact that you can replace some of the parts, most of the parts that are more subject to wear and tear. Absolutely fantastic. Are they worth the price? No. That they are currently? No, they're not. In my opinion, I don't think there's a headphone out there that's worth these crazy these prices now. But it is what it is. In my opinion, I could see 13, 1500. They were 1500, 1550. I could see at that point I was like, okay, but right now they're going 1850. No, absolutely not. I understand this with the tariffs and everything like that, but they're not worth that amount. And I'm sorry. I granted, I didn't pay that. I'm not going to tell you what I paid, but I didn't pay that. Or the 1550 for them. But anyway, I think they are very luxurious. I know you got to pay to play when it comes to these luxurious lines, these top of the line as far as material type of headphones. I get it, but in my opinion, I don't think it is. I don't think any headphone should be priced way out like that. But again, they sound great. I'm very happy with them. Definitely a leap up from the H95s. If you have the H95s and you thinking if you want to upgrade to these, I would wait first. Wait a little bit, see what happens with the pricing, and then if they come down to a price that you can manage, then go ahead and get them. They're definitely worth a pickup if you're in the market for them. But right now, I would strongly suggest waiting. All right. Again, thanks again for you guys for coming out and checking me out on these, spending time with me as I did run this unboxing and everything. I know it's kind of a lengthy video, but I wanted to make sure I cover all my bases and everything. And that way you guys left a little bit more informed about these headphones than previously. All right. Again, if you like what you see, go and hit the like button. If you want to join me as I continue to do videos like this and others, go and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.